We all are aware of the Ukraine-Russia war, which is now entering the third month. But what could be the effects of this war? Would it be the base of World War III, or it would result at the end of Vladimir Putin? In this article, we will discuss all these factors and share some facts to show the real stuff going on between the two countries. So stay with us until the end to get complete information and details. And for more informational videos like this, subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell icon so you never miss any videos from us. Here's a brief introduction about the history of the two. Before heading further, we first need to understand the history of these two countries. Let's get back to a time when Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. Ukraine and Russia were on the same page, and they had excellent relations with each other at the time. Both the countries had treaties, agreements, and everything was going well. The problem started in 1991 when Ukraine announced its independence. Soon after the fall of the Soviet Union, Russia wasn't much pleased with this step of Ukraine. And some fears were there in the Russian leaders regarding the increasing popularity of Ukraine in the town. But that, of course, wasn't a solid reason to invade Ukraine. The actual problem started in 2008 when the Ukrainian government allied with NATO. You need to understand that Ukraine becomes a part of NATO wasn't beneficial for Russia at all. Russia is a superpower and has a name in the world politics, so being a superpower, Russia would allow no one to take its place or get as powerful as Russia is now. For that, some tactics were made and Ukraine was pressured to leave this alliance, but Ukraine didn't give much importance to this statement by Russian government. Soon, in 2017, Ukraine officially became a member of the European Union. Now, that definitely urged Russia to take some essential steps against the latest announcement. The Russian government ordered to increase the number of troops on the Ukrainian border. On the other hand, Ukraine, which was gaining strength day by day, didn't give much attention to the step taken by the Russian government. And why they would care when the whole of Europe, and mainly America, wasn't behind them? What benefits will Russia get by invading Ukraine? Firstly, Russia aimed to prevent Ukraine from joining NATO. The Russian government called it beneficial for the Ukrainian people and claimed to protect them from the violence of the Ukrainian government after their alliance with the NATO forces. Russia didn't give any particular reasons to invade Ukraine. The Russian government doesn't even consider it an invasion, as the Russian President Vladimir Putin said in his speech, "It's not an invasion, it's a special military operation to save the people of Ukraine." Putin's intentions to break the alliance between Ukraine and NATO are somehow coming to gain attention. The NATO forces didn't give much support to Ukraine after the massive destruction in its cities. Anyhow, we can't be sure what is actually going on in the mind of Vladimir Putin, as some say that is solely the decision of the Russian president and its cabinet wasn't even aware of the invasion till the last second. Some people also have concerns about the actual goal of Putin and think that Putin wants to build a Russian empire once again, and he'll do whatever it takes to make that happen. As the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz says, the goal of Putin isn't only Ukraine, he wants to build a Russian empire. This statement might amaze you, as this is a world of modern technology, but keeping in view the history of Russia, anything is possible. Did Putin make his own grave by starting this war? Now here is the question, and the most important one. Was it the right decision to invade Ukraine? Despite ongoing peace talks, an end to the Ukraine-Russia war appears nowhere in sight. But believe me when I say it, a quieter pressure is growing in Russia day by day, which is now completely isolated on the international stage. There are different theories about it, but indeed punishing sanctions somehow affects Putin's position in Russia. The primary support of the Russian president is its people, and that's what's holding him for so long. People of Russia love him as a president and support his every decision, but the latest sanctions on Russia are definitely affecting them. On the other hand, the Russian president enjoys solid support among the legislators worldwide, and they consider him a guru. But in the recent past, Putin's United Russia party has been blamed for vote rigging for the first time in his 20 years of power. No one spoke against him before because Putin is very strict against the traitors and has set severe punishments for them in his country. Anyone if named a traitor in his regime loses all job, money, fame, and even their family. So people get scared while talking against the Russian government, and that's why the media isn't allowed to do proper coverage and isn't free and independent. While interviewing Al Jazeera, Volodymyr Ishchenko, a Ukrainian sociologist, said, "I don't think that revolution is the best outcome of the sanctions. He believed that if you want to take a nation down, you first have to split the elites, unite the opposition, and mobilize the structures, and even though Ukraine isn't in a good position, it's trying its best to do so. Keeping in view the present situation, Russia is definitely in the lead. Still, we never know when things may change, as the European Union and the NATO forces have finally decided to jump in between the two countries to save them from further destruction. According to some people of the Russian government, Russia may not return to capture Ukraine regions even after the peace between the two countries. Some people also say that Putin has stepped aside from the governance as he is just focusing on the invasion of Ukraine and fulfilling its objectives perfectly. Anyhow, keeping in view the present situation, we can say that Putin has a pretty stable position in his country and worldwide. However, if things don't go as planned, this might be the end of Vladimir Putin as president of Russia. Now what's the next step? What's going to happen in the coming month is of great significance. The war can end in peace between the countries, or Russia can prolong it until it meets its objectives. No one can be sure what the time may bring because of the vague intentions of the Russian government. No one actually knows what Putin is planning and its objectives, and unless we know, we cannot predict what will happen. However, keeping in view the present politics going on in the world, it's sure that Russia certainly has no intentions of stopping this war whatsoever. That is why the peace talks aren't of any significance. On the other hand, Ukraine can turn the tables at any moment with the support of NATO and the European Union. So, the coming months or two will be pretty interesting in world politics, and some crucial decisions are to be made at this time. To make things go normal, it's important that Russia doesn't continue its invasion and decides to back off, because if the things get heated more, it may result in a World War III. And believe me when I say it, this time the war would not be the same. This time the destruction would be more, and no one, literally no one, would be able to escape from the destruction. It's simply visible that alliances are being made and countries are gathering their troops in case of any misconduct. Let's hope for the best of the two countries and the world. Wars are never the solution to anything and often lead to destruction. Russia still believes the decision to invade Ukraine isn't a bad one and believes it's getting benefits from it. Only time will tell whether the decision was right, but history tells that whenever the countries had tried to suppress someone through power, they fell into their dig. In this article, we've given you a complete information and details regarding Russia and the Ukraine war, and have discussed the possible outcomes. If you like this article and you're looking out for more exciting videos like this, then please share it with your family and friends. In case of any queries, do let us know by commenting below. We'd love to assist you. Enjoy your weekend and have a great day ahead. Goodbye.